Classic League Podcast time!
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 342 of the Classic Elite Podcast. My name is Scott. I've got Kevin with me. Kevin, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Yo, yo, yo! What's going on with
Bad. Hey, this is our...
Hey, guess what?
What?
No, go ahead. Go first.
This is our... To peel the curtain back a little bit. This is our first time canceling We've tried to record every night this week, and it's Thursday. Yeah. Normally, with 2 cancellations, we just call it a week. We stuck to our guns this week. And we canceled Monday, we canceled Tuesday, rescheduled. Yeah, so we're here.
We're here.
Against all odds.
We don't want any more beers. Hey, guess what?
That is not true. Don't lie.
That was a Simpsons reference. Hold on. We're opening on Friday. At least a little bit in Toronto.
COVID open.
And I'm vaccinated as well.
When do you get shot number 2? You're not vaccinated yet.
Well, yeah, I got 1 shot in September, but they might move that up. The second one takes how long?
No,
hey, I don't make the rules. I just work here.
No.
Yeah.
Wait. Did you get different? What do you know? What company did your vaccine?
Pfizer, I guess.
Dude, well, okay, that's weird. In the States, Pfizer, it's like you get a shot and then 4 weeks later you get the second shot. You're going like 4 months later.
Yeah. Hey, welcome to Canada. Hey,
I'm not disagreeing with you at all. I am just perplexed. Like,
yeah.
Why is it? Why? What variant? It's going to add to the conspiracy theorists, right? That it's all nonsense. Well, why is it 4 weeks in Canada? Is a time warp, though.
My wife got hers twice already, so she's fully vaccinated now. She only waited like 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's why it seems so. I've not heard of that big of a gap at all before. That's crazy. I'm on the duct tape Walmart version. I got the 1-shot Johnson & Johnson. So
nice.
you expect a third arm, by this time next year growing out of my neck.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I just got whatever they gave me. I sat there and like, this is what you're getting.
Oh, that's what I did too. Oh, I was taking whatever was available. I just got lucky. I got to do it in March. So I've been running this vaccination wave for a while now. It's nice.
So shit's slowly getting back to normal.
Yeah.
Can't wait. I don't want to go back to the office, but otherwise, I can't wait.
The rest of it's nice. Yeah, hugging friends. You know what I mean? Is nice. As someone that plays golf, shut up, dumbass. As someone that likes to golf, like, because you're outside and whatnot, and you're usually around people that you were like within protocols for anyways, the little annoyances of just like following the particular rules just to, for the greater good of like when I'm getting off the 9th hole, going to the clubhouse to refill my beers before I go to the 10th hole. Because there's 18 holes, Kevin, so halfway through is after the 9th.
Oh, 19.
So halfway through you refill on beer and get food or whatever. It always felt like you weren't helping at all when I would put my mask on just to go to the clubhouse when there was like hardly anybody in there. So like little stuff like that. But the policy is the policy. Just kind of wear it because that's what we're doing for the greater good. So that's a good example.
Yeah.
But little things like that are. It feels amazing to not have to worry about that. But I am so used to it that I do flinch a little bit before I walk in a door. I still am expecting to have to wear a mask. It's going to take me a little while to get used to not wearing one. Or not feeling like I need to put it on for dinner.
Well, like I said to you before we recorded, is that I still haven't entered a store in like 5 months. So bananas. Entering a store is weird for me. I'm like, wow, Walmart, what the hell?
Yeah.
I mean, you can go to Walmart, but there's nothing. You can only buy like groceries, right? So I haven't been to a Walmart in a long time. I've only been to a grocery store and a beer store and a weed store technically, and that's it.
Like you couldn't wait. Like you can't go buy DVDs at Walmart. They only have the grocery open.
Nothing. I need new underwear so badly, and I can't because it's all taped off.
Do they have MeUndies in Canada? It's expensive.
Don't know what that is.
Their underwear is fucking incredible. They're advertised on a lot of podcasts, so I felt silly ordering it. Holy fucking shit, man! All my socks and MeUndies. Now I've been getting their stuff for like years now. I think like all of
I'm more of a Fruit of the Loom kind of guy.
I used to be, dude. Okay, if you're gonna get Fruit of the Loom,
MeUndies?
well, no. Let me say this: get like a good synthetic modal material.
Oh, okay.
Cotton retains moisture more than these synthetic ones do. So
yeah.
Like I can tell you what, man, duck butter and swamp nuts like just vanished with proper underwear. Now for me, MeUndies did it, but I'm sure there's tons of others that would be just as effective. But it's kind of like good paper towels, good toilet paper. Like I'll eat ramen as my only meal. I'll cut a lot of stuff before I'll cut and I mean instant ramen, not like delicious like restaurant awesome ramen.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I'll cut a lot before I would cut like good underwear and good toilet paper. Well, good toilet paper I cut now because I have a bidet. So you just need to fire yourself off.
I heard about that.
Dude, what in the world are people doing not living in a world where bidets are on every toilet? What is going on?
Yeah, I think we spoke about it, and you said I could buy one for like $30 and
$40,
just install it myself.
$40. Throw it on your toilet. Another weird thing that we don't have commonly in, I'll say North America, because Canada is the same with this. Why aren't chopsticks just as common as forks and butter knives? Like, I don't even use chopsticks that much for actually eating food, right? Having washable sticks, they come in handy every single day.
Sure.
Why aren't they common? I don't get it. Bidets and chopsticks, man. We need to catch up with the future.
The rest of the world,
of Japan. Yeah. Apparently, yes. I just really loved... Japan is like in my lane. I need to be over there, I suppose.
Well, I want a bidet because I keep getting freaking Metroids, so I gotta...
That's the thing, yeah. I had a buddy that helps with Metroids. That's the best part about it, so... All right, well, let's talk about video games. We're a video game podcast. Metroid. I know, we haven't talked in a while, so you have to... kind of hear us, I don't know, catch up on air. But I've been having a pretty good week, last couple of weeks, I suppose. Weather's nice, COVID's down, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. You want to talk about video games now, or do you have some like other catch-up stuff that you want to talk about?
One more thing. I have a song stuck in my head.
Oh, yes, if anybody knows this song. Good luck.
It's been driving me crazy. I downloaded SoundHound and Shazam and hummed into it. I don't know what it's from. I think it's from a movie. And I think it's a kid reflecting on something. And it goes like I just know this part. And this part keeps looping in my head. Da-na-na-na-da-da. It's either, and she was there for me. Or, and then I came in bed. No, wait. And then it's second best. It's something, and it's driving me crazy. And I don't know what it is, or where it's from.
There was a Britney Spears reference in there.
That part of that song is in my head, and it won't come out. It's been 4 days.
It was probably on a TikTok or something.
No, I don't do TikToks. It was a movie. It was absolutely a movie.
You don't even watch TikTok?
No. I don't do any TikTok. Now, this isn't like, no, I'm too cool. It's because I know the rabbit hole I will fall into, like I do with Twitter. I'm not doing another.
No, okay. I mean, maybe we should say. I'm going to keep saying this over and over and over again. I got talked into trying TikTok as I don't post any, but I watch it. It's amazing. Do you remember when Twitter started and shit was funny and relatable, and that was the vast majority of what you saw? Like, remember when you would close Twitter and you didn't feel like angrier? Yeah. You just felt happier or whatever. You felt better after watching, opening Twitter. Dude, I'm telling you, I'm not recommending TikTok because I think it's evil and I think the algorithm is awful, but I've tried the heroin. I've tasted it. I'm hooked.
Right. That's why I don't want. I know I'll get hooked.
This is the first
know.
time I feel like I can understand. I've never even seen heroin in my life, and I this is the first time I feel like I get like, I shouldn't have tried that. I should not have done that.
Yeah.
It's fascinating how like hilariously accurate it is, but sometimes inaccurate. It really thinks that I am a mechanic, that I like car stuff. I don't. It thinks I do. It knows I like pretty girls, and it knows I like video games. It knows I like guitar. It knows I like extracurricular activities. So
yeah, I'm trying to weave off social stuff on my Instagram and my Facebook. I only post photos. I never look at anyone else.
This is what I want you to do, Kevin. Okay, yes.
No.
I want you to get rid of all those other things, right? Yes, just get some dopamine hits off of... Don't... Like, you don't post YouTube videos, right? But you watch YouTube.
No, I watch YouTube, yeah.
You don't post TikToks, just watch them.
I can't.
Yes, you can.
I can't. I know what'll happen. I'll sit there and like...
You won't be getting in it. You won't be getting into fights. You won't be pulling your change your mind nonsense. You'll be like, every now and again Kevin will be like, I don't feel like getting in an argument with somebody, and he'll post something on Twitter that's just trying to antagonize a reply. He's like, just explain to me. Right? You do that. What?
And I said, do your part. Explain to me.
Go on TikTok and fucking watch funny ass videos, man. It is way better for you mentally.
The highlights of TikTok videos I watch are on Twitter. So if something is going viral and is funny, I'm like, oh, TikTok. Cool, man.
You don't.
I got it.
No, you don't got it.
Speaking of which,
it's okay. It's
Logan
okay.
Paul.
Twitter sucks. It's bad for health.
Everything is terrible.
Well, it makes you sad. Oh, what about?
I'm out of the loop that Logan Paul and Mayweather.
They had a boxing match. Yeah.
I didn't know who Logan Paul was until I realized he's the same guy from that Japanese suicide video.
Okay.
That's where I was like, oh, this is the guy that everyone hated for like a year, and now he's like boxing. I don't know anything about these. I looked him up on Wikipedia after to see who he was. He's just like a YouTuber.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's stuff like that where I'm just like, I don't care. Like,
there's nothing to do with TikTok being better than Twitter for your mental state, but that's okay.
No, but it's
trash
about
nonetheless.
the fact that it's just anyways. Video games. Let's go back to
video games. I do actually have, despite me being way too busy to play video games, I got some video game stuff to talk about and something really cool to talk about.
Sweet.
How many minutes are we? Oh, I'm only 12 minutes in before any video game talk, so not too bad. So,
well, I can proudly say that I got Game Pass again.
Yes, you did. And we didn't do like 7 minutes of fucking ads, Reality Gaze, before our podcast started.
We do have something to announce.
What's that?
We don't.
No, we don't.
I'm just joking. I was just saying what other podcasts do. I got 3 months of Game Pass for $1 because I'm considered a new customer. So that was rad. I was like, yeah, hell yeah. I've been wanting Game Pass, especially because Maneater came out, which I'll talk about later. But yeah, I got Game Pass again. Very happy with it. But that's pretty much the only highlight of my week. Oh, you're right. I did drunkenly order Game Boy games.
We got something to talk about.
So I ordered what I originally thought was 6 Game Boy games, which I took a photo and I'm like, hey, 3 out of 7 isn't bad. And then I counted again and I'm like, wait a minute, I ordered 8 Game Boy games off eBay without meaning to. Now I sent you the screenshot and I said I won this and you're like, maybe it was one of your drunken stupors. I'm like, no, that couldn't be. Then I saw the day I bid on it, which was on a Sunday Sunday night because Monday was a holiday here, Victoria Day.
I didn't wait. So I framed it not as you always are in these drunken stupors and do stuff. I was a more relatable, like, dude, I've totally bought video games a little drunk before. I bet that's what happened.
I've never had that happen to me.
No?
So this is one of those instances where it totally happened.
Oh, so okay.
Because not only did I not want these games, I when I'm drunk and in bed, I go on eBay and I look at like Sega Master and all the old consoles just to see how much they are, right?
Sure.
But I won't. Usually I don't bid on it. I just look at it. But I guess like, whoops, my finger slipped and I bid on this thing without meaning to. And it's not like, you sure you want to bid? It's like when you bid, you bid.
You bid, yeah.
So I must have like looked at it and went, oh, Super Mario Land and Ninja Turtles, man, that's so cool.
And Tetris?
And Tetris, and completely forgot about it. a week later, I'm like, I get an email saying you won. I'm like, woo! Wait, what did I win? And it's like you won the Game Boy games. It was like $55 plus shipping.
You're like,
$12.
I won, and they're like, now pay, and you're like,
yeah. So I was like, is there any way for me to like get out of this? But it's like you bid it, you can't unbid it, and I'm like, ah. So luckily, I had like eBay coupons or eBay dollars or something like that.
Yeah.
And it actually came out to like 30, which wasn't so bad. But I got Super Mario Land, which
Like
normally on its own is $30.
that's a phenomenal game. Super fun.
Yeah, Ninja Turtles,
Very-
something in the Foot Clan, which is also like $20.
Something, yeah, clan of something the clan of, like, yeah.
Yeah, and then Tetris, which is normally as well $30, and then like Harry Potter, Tech Deck, and a bunch of other crap games.
There was a baseball one that looked interesting, I thought.
Oh, there was baseball, yeah, the Mario,
the original
I guess it's
baseball,
Mario
yeah.
So I got 8 Game Boy games, and then I realized what I want to do now is get my old Game Boy games back. I had like maybe 18 Game Boy games, and not one of them was a Pokemon game. Growing up, I had all the Super Mario Lands. I had Metro. Oh, I still have Metroid. And
I was too old for that. Like, that's passable for me. Like, I never even had a color. You're young enough. Like, that's shocking that you didn't have a Pokemon in there with 18 games, right?
Nope. Castlevania, I had all these games I would buy at flea market.
Especially Castlevania 2, Belmont's Revenge or whatever, is a phenomenal game. The first one's a clunker, huh?
That's the one where it looks like a giant eyeballs rolling down. At least I thought it was an eyeball as a kid. It's a black and white screen. I mean, you can only do so much with it.
Yeah. I don't remember. I've actually played more of the remake of it that was on WiiWare.
Oh. But yeah, I had a Game Boy Pocket, never had a Game Boy Color. My friends had Game Boy Color, which meant I had a Game Boy Color, meaning the Game Boy itself, the Game Boy was a different color.
Yeah.
Then I had a Game Boy Pocket, but Game Boy Color actually has games in color. Which
a colored Game Boy, or just like actual? Because weren't there like clear cases and maybe like a purple.
That's what the mess.
But it was like a real. But it was a real. It wasn't a Game Boy Color cart. I thought that they might have had a variant that wasn't Game Boy Color. It was the same like girth and plastic, but just a different color.
Black cartridges, he says, are Game Boy Color games. It doesn't.
That,
say
yeah, like the Wario. I was thinking the console, but yeah, he's right. Black ones are that way. At least the Wario ones are.
Yeah, because I have Mortal Kombat, which isn't color, but man, playing those games on a Game Boy Color, like it's awful. I'm like, how did I? Even with like direct light, I'm like, how did I put
the Game Boy? Especially the Mortal Kombat one. I mean, that's a notoriously awful port.
Yeah. But I'm happy with my purchase in the end.
Yeah, it's fun.
I played him. I was playing Super Mario, and I was like, oh, I gotta go do something. There's no save state or standby mode. So when I turn this game off, I gotta do it again in the beginning.
Yeah, okay, well this is why Super Mario Land is a phenomenal game. There's only 4 levels or something. Yeah. It takes 18 minutes at the most to beat. So
right,
it's just a time killer. Like, who cares if you turn it off?
Music's fantastic.
Oh my god.
I played these on the 3DS, right? So I have it already on the 3DS, and it's so much clearer and bigger and all that. But it just, I don't know, it's just something.
There's a warmth, to sound like the film people or the film photography, record people, the warmth or whatever.
Warmth. I need that.
I think I'm like 80% sure I have this right. Fun facts about Game Boy and Super Mario Land, right? So Gunpei Yokoi, who was the lead engineer for the Game Boy, who was also the lead engineer for, I think he did the Game & Watch too, like the original Game & Watches. I think he was there for that. He did the Virtual Boy. Yeah. Not his fault though. That was forced production. Not his fault. The thing was a turd. But
didn't
also,
he die in a car accident?
Yes, in like '98, and he did the Wonder Swan. He was a Wonder Swan guy.
Right.
The reason I'm bringing this all back together is I believe he was also the lead designer of Super Mario Land, and his team was a separate team than the core Miyamoto teams that did. There was like an A and B Miyamoto team that did the console. NES and Super Mario 3, or Super Mario 3, porting Doki Doki Panic, all that kind of stuff was a Miyamoto squad. So I'm pretty sure that like a really tiny team, it was like Gunpei Yokoi and a couple of other folks, did this Game Boy port to show off like how the Game Boy would work, and that's why you see all these like fever dream subtle differences. Like, yeah, that looks Mario-ish, but that's not how the fireballs go.
Shmup stages.
Yeah, there's actual shmup stages, which are fun.
Yeah.
You
They are
know,
fun.
there's a gambling bonus stage,
Right.
with the slot machine kind of thing, or not full on slot machines, but like the getting the 1, 2, 3 up or whatever.
And the funny thing about those games is, as a kid, I went in thinking that Super Mario Land was Super Mario Brothers.
Oh,
Like,
okay,
my mind couldn't differentiate that this is not the same game.
sure,
And obviously, you play it, and it's a different game. And then I realized, like, this is how how people don't look at New Super Mario Brothers as its own series, even though it's called New Super Mario Brothers. It's at 2.5D Mario games. That's the new Super Mario franchise.
yeah,
Just like the Game Boy games are Super Mario Lands.
Yes.
Land 1, 2, and 3. And 3 is Wario Land.
yep. And
And
so
he made his debut in Super Mario Land 2.
the
as the
reason
boss.
I
Damn.
think this is so neat is the designer of the system then designed like one of the flagship games to
Yeah.
so the engineer of the system, the guy that theoretically would know it as intimately as you would need to develop a good game, was also cut from the right jib or whatever that statement is, to be able to be a good game developer as well. It's just so neat. Like, I don't know who the architect of the Xbox is. He sure as shit didn't make a game to launch with the Xbox. You know what I mean? Like, that's really rad. He was intricately involved, or he was integral to the design of one of the best games, but also the system. I think that's really cool. Uh-oh. We lost Kevin for a second. He must have clicked on something, so hopefully he will come back in a second. It still says that he's online, though. So I think what we're going to do is just sort of press on a little bit. I know I'm a little off on different windows if you're watching the YouTube feed. So again, I'm going to, we even got Demez here. What up, buddy? How you doing, Demez? Good to see you, man. Really have no idea what happened to Kevin here. He'll eventually be back. So, I guess while we're waiting for Kevin to hopefully get back, I'm going to start talking about some of the new releases that are out. I think the biggest one to talk about this week is definitely Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. I've heard several people talk about it. The Bombcast has talked about it. Watch the Digital Foundry guys talk about it. And it's the first game that made me want a PS5 real bad. I'm not super anxious about going for a PS5 right now. Don't feel like I'm getting like FOMO or anything like that. But hey, you back?
Yeah, sorry, my Discord completely crapped out on me.
No problem. Hey, I moved into new releases. I just talked about Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart.
Oh,
So
yes.
we're not going to talk about that anymore, but it looks awesome. Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate. I don't even know what this is, but it's for PS5.
These new consoles are getting the same old games with extra content now.
I'm sure that makes you super happy.
Like, I bought Final Fantasy VII Remake thinking I'm good, knowing it's not the complete game. Now this is basically DLC that adds Yuffie to the goddamn game,
Kevin,
and I can't play it.
Kevin, you deserve every bit of that. You don't want to know
I
why?
do.
You want to know why?
Because I was one of the first people to buy the goddamn game.
No. Because you're a Kingdom Hearts fan, and you are cut to do this. You are made for nonsense like that.
Bullshit. I want to play as Yuffie, damn it.
Hey, Demez is in the chat. How about that? He says, I'm on a
Hey.
staycation, gonna head out for dinner as they have no lockdown. If I can get my filthy hands on an damn PS5, then I will get that Ratchet and Clank game, damn it. Ratchet and Clank looks like fucking sweet.
It does look sweet.
Guilty Gear Strive is supposed to be pretty good too. There was a Giantbomb video I was watching of it. It's gotten really good Metacritic reviews. So
I never heard of Guilty Gear. I don't know what that is.
it's like I'm not even gonna try it. I want to say there's like a manga kind of thing involved with it.
Cool.
So, I mean, really, the only thing to talk about right now is Knockout City. So who cares about any of this other stuff?
Well, Ninja Gaiden Master Collection came out.
Oh, did that come out?
Yeah, for PS4. For PS4.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
If you-
Hell yeah.
If you want to be just angry, get this game. It's one of the few games where I played as a teen, and I was just like, I can't I can't do this. This game is too hard.
These are the like the Xbox original style, yeah.
Which they had to build from scratch. Apparently, they lost the source code for that.
Which is shockingly common for games that are
Right.
not that old.
I think Kingdom Hearts 2 was that too when they made the remaster.
You just hear it from Konami and Square and everybody. Like Nintendo archived their shit, but that's because they were already 100 years old. Somebody screwed up and didn't save their playing card prints back in the day, and they were like, never again. We need that spinning top design. Dumbass says, I think that if you have the PS4 version of the Final Fantasy VII Remake, you are not allowed to buy the Integrate without the full PS5 version.
Oh, that's even shittier. Oh, I hate games so much.
Dumbass says, Ninja Gaiden 3 on easy is hard, but doable.
Yeah.
Well balanced on
always
easy,
think
fun, not normal. I could not. He said he couldn't beat it, and Dumbass is not shy about telling you how great he is.
Then there's a Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection coming up for PS4. We spoke about that last time, so it's finally out now. If you want to play a flash-looking game of Ghosts and whatever the hell is the game called,
it's on Xbox as well.
Yep.
Knockout City. Go buy Knockout City. That's all you really need to know about.
I tried it. I downloaded it on the Switch. It's free on the Switch. It's free on Game Pass.
Free to try. There's like a trial. It's free.
So
it's
level 25.
Yeah,
right?
which is, trust me, you'll know whether you'll be either hooked or over it by 25.
Well,
I
it did
think
the
that's a
same
good
thing
trial
with
run.
what Fortnite did with me when I entered Fortnite, and it took forever to start. And I was like, okay, you lost me. I created my avatar. I'm just sitting there waiting for a match to begin.
Oh.
Fortnite does the same shit. It takes forever to join. Mind you, this is on the Switch.
Later, dumbass. Enjoy your dinner, man. I'll flood your
Peace,
YouTube
enjoy.
comments with full posts. Sweet. Thanks for stopping by and saying hi, man. Enjoy the staycation. So I mean, it is a little slow right now because E3 is next week, right? So you're not going to see a whole bunch in the new releases. So
Right.
I guess, since we're kind of done with new releases, you got Game Pass. You got Game Pass for $1. Let's talk about what's in news. Damn, I mean, the one time you fucking nailed it so blindly, it's never gonna happen again.
No, you can't hit lightning, or lightning can't strike twice. Hit lightning hit.
Yes. Onward.
Are we doing a Game Pass one first, since you segued into that one?
Sure.
Coming soon to Xbox Game Pass in June 2021, a game called Wild at Heart. Never heard of it. For Honor, this is for console and cloud. Backbone for PC. Darkest Dungeon, June 10 for console and PC and cloud. Dungeons and Dragons Dark Alliance for June 22nd on consoles, PC. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit Remastered.
What are we talking
That's
about right
fucking
now?
rad.
These are games
Game
coming
Pass.
to Game Pass?
Game Pass in June, yeah.
Where's the link for this?
Need for
Do we have one?
Should be like the 4th. Yeah, it's in there.
Okay.
It is.
I'll find it.
It has no header. So Need for Speed Hot Pursuit Remastered is rad. That's the only Need for Speed game I love. And guess where I played that game? The one I love so much. What console?
It's Need for Speed PlayStation 2?
No. I'm talking about Hot Pursuit. That specific one. Where did I play that? That's my favorite one.
The Vita? I got no idea.
No.
I can't even place an era. I couldn't even tell you the generation. I got no idea. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. No idea where it came out. God, I think this beer's catching up with me. Jesus Christ. Fuck.
The best way.
It's only going to get worse because I've got several next to me.
I have one. Hot Pursuit that I played was on iPhone.
Oh my God, that was a good enough of a hint. Like, I should have known better.
So that's my favorite one. But I played the console one and I loved it. And Hot Pursuit is so much fun because you get to play as cops and the driver. It's great. And it's coming out for what's it called? Game Pass. And what's leaving is Ace Combat 7, Skis Unknown, Night Call, Observation, West of Dead, and Wizard of Legend. Play Ace Combat 7. That game is awesome.
I've heard it's
Ace Combat
fantastic.
is super fun. I love every Ace Combat game. every time we used
I
to
played
have
an Ace
a
Combat game that was released by 505 Games. They gave it to us for review, and it was awful.
Oh, nice. I had an Air Assault game called
To the fact that every time I see a 505 Games published game, they sent me a couple of turds to review. And like if I see their label on it, it's almost the way that I look at LJN on an NES card because of the. I was like fucking 505. It's not quite like LJN because they do have some games that I've liked a lot, but man, they really like. I felt like at one point I had a conversation with Tony. I'm like, I will not review anymore. Don't let 505 send us any more games. I'm not going to review it.
Yeah. There was a company, I forgot who. Ever heard of a game called oh shit. No, forget it. I forget the story. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
The point is they gave me 2 games of the same game. And it was a bad game. And I told them, hey, you sent me 2 by accident. They're like, fuck it, keep it. I'm like, no, I don't want it.
I don't even want it.
Yeah.
And now I got to taste of goodwill, you jerk. That's out of my time out of my day. It reminds me of one of my favorites, Mitch Hedberg jokes. That's related to someone handing you a flyer. He's like, when someone hands me a flyer, it's like they're saying, here, you throw this away for me. I love Mitch Hedberg. All right.
But those are all the games that are leaving for Game Pass and the ones that are coming in. So nothing really crazy, but, it's Game Pass. It's pretty sweet. And I got to sneeze.
So I guess next we'll talk about Prince of Persia Sands of Time remake is coming out in 2022.
Right. So I've never, again, this is another one of those series that I never played. The only one I played was the remake of a remake for PS3. It was my first PS3 console game, which is Prince of Persia. The one with, what's his face? Nolan North doing the voice.
Oh, okay.
It's very colorful. Anyways, and I played it and I was like, it's not for me. And the only Prince of Persia games I do know are the 2D ones, the old school ones. So
yeah.
Sands of Time. But I heard Sands of Time was the best one. You could reverse time. Didn't they make a movie out of it with Jake Gyllenhaal?
Yeah. I have... which one do I have? I've got one from this era. Oh, yeah. I've got the GameCube Warrior Within.
Oh, that's the one where he's super emo in it.
Very angsty. And he's like, it's the
early 2000s?
Like 1 or 2 from this. Yeah, this is like 2000. I think I got this personally in 2006. Because I was living down in North Carolina at the time.
Yeah.
It was good. I mean, I didn't finish it, but I enjoyed it.
I don't know anyone who really likes a Prince of Persia game. I haven't met anyone who feels that.
Yeah, who's like a fucking got a Prince of Persia tattoo or something like that.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed, they were fans of it.
Yeah.
But Prince of Persia, it's just there.
Yeah,
just
for sure.
I don't know. That's cool for whoever cares about the sense of time.
You know what? It'll sell. So cool.
All the power to you, man.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
This is a game that I keep buying. So I recently remodded my Wii U to play Wii games.
This beer is so tasty. The mumbling is cross-continental.
Of me or you? I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
That got it. Well, I'm drinking a beer too, and I can't speak to begin with. So I
you let my joke hang out there, and the listeners can realize it was a bad one on their own. Okay.
But I had to make sense of it. So I remodded my Wii Virtual Console to play Wii game. Anyways, and I got No More Heroes 1 and 2 on it again. So I'm like, cool, I have it on my USB stick. I'm like, wait, I bought this game on the Wii on a Switch. And I haven't played it yet. I bought the No More Heroes 1. And this is just that game that I think I like the idea of it, but every time I go to play it, I'm like, I'm good.
Sure.
And so now the No More Heroes 1 and 2 is coming on PC, of all things. PC.
You did say that weird.
That was weird. I remember when this game came out on the PS3, and you needed the motion controls. What is it called again? PS3, which is it called motion controls? Move.
Move. Yeah.
Yeah. And with a stupid weird globe thing on top of it. And I was like, I want to play No More Heroes in HD. And again, it's just one of those games where I'm like, oh, that looks rad. And I played. It's everything I like. It's retro. It's funny. It's cel shaded. Everything in there is this is the game for Kevin. Here it is. And I taste it. I'm like, needs more salt. I was like, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I'll go back to No More Heroes. But yeah, that's coming out for PC for those who haven't played it the last 10 years.
More than that.
get a Wii U, mod the Wii.
The
play
first
on the
one
Wii
came out
U.
on Wii.
Yeah,
So
it was a Wii exclusive at the time.
more than 10 years, man.
It's very heavy on the motion controlies.
Yeah.
Not a big fan of those. And I forget that. Every time it's like, do a suplex, down and up, I'm like, it doesn't read my movement correctly. So yeah, that's coming out for PC. Woo! Funny story about this God of War sequel and Gran Turismo 7 coming to PS4 as well as PS5. I accidentally... I'll tell you this off the air. Remind me to tell you this off the air.
I won't. Just tell it on the air.
Okay. No one listens anyways. I accidentally put this news link into one of my work tickets.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's so funny.
So my copy and paste, because I work remotely, isn't 100%. So if I copy and then like paste it, I'll paste not what I just copied, but what I copied like a week ago. I don't know why. It's really
well, it could
weird.
be. Are you in a virtual environment by chance? Do you like log in with a VPN to like
Yeah.
your... So it could be like you're copying the virtual machine's text on accident versus your native machine.
Yeah, whatever it is, I press paste into the ticket where I want to say like, has there been an update? Instead of that, I wrote the link to this.
I love when I like try to explain how something's happening. You're like, stop ruining my fucking story. I do not give a shit how it happened, Scott. Let me tell the funny part.
No. You're freezing for a second. That's why I was like, what the hell's happening here?
Oh, sure. Okay.
What did you say?
Nothing.
Oh.
Listen back to the episode. You'll hear.
No, I copied what I thought was the link. Can I get an update? I copied what I thought was that, but I ended up pasting the link to this article and pressing submit, and my computer froze, and I had no idea. And I went back and I went, "Ay!" So instead of saying, "Hi, has there been an update?" it said you got whatever the hell this URL is, polygon.com/22463. Whoops.
Did a customer get that? Oh, you don't even know who is on the other.
Hey, it's my personal computer, man. This is what happens when you work remotely.
Absolutely. You're allowed to have a video game. It could have been a way worse URL to accidentally
Absolutely, yes.
Count your blessings.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I made a joke today. I had people I shared my screen at work, so I can have people look at my screen, and I had on Google animals in bikinis as a joke. So you just see, I'm like, there's a lot of pictures of animals in bikinis. I'm like, oh, you're not supposed to see that. Haha. That's very cute.
That's funny.
Anyways, God of War sequel and Gran Turismo 7 is coming to PS4 as well as PS5. So I am super, super stoked about this. Because there was absolutely no reason to get a PS5. I got a burp.
Yeah, but...
That was a big burp.
I guess...
Oh, good. Silence.
I'm sorry. I couldn't formulate my thoughts. Like, I don't know. It's fine. It's not that...
I'm happy.
I am not eager to. Okay, if I come across a PS5, I will definitely buy it. 100%.
Yes.
Sight unseen, we'll buy it. Right.
Sure. Yes.
So let's understand that as a truth. I am not interested in getting a PS5. With that being said, I don't care if I don't get one or not. And isn't this the first time Sony's done like this?
No. Wait, what's this?
Like God of War coming out on the PS4 and the PS5?
Well, it's a sequel to God of War. It's the...
Yeah, no, okay. Or it could be, Acme video game. Like, they never dual release generations.
Oh, yeah. I guess not. I don't know. Is Last of Us 2 on?
It was entirely remade. It was an entirely new SKU, and it was remastered on PS4. You couldn't play, like, the PS3 version anywhere on PS4. I know. I'm pretty sure. So this is what more stands out to me than anything, is that they're doing a cross-generation thing. And, like, then is it... you hear developers talk about how games are going to be designed around the, abilities that the PS5 has that the PS4 couldn't, like Ratchet and Clank or whatever.
Yeah, that's what they're saving the DLC for. Like, I thought Resident Evil 8 was PS5 exclusive, and then it wasn't. I thought Oddworld was PS5 exclusive. It's not.
Now, it makes sense, right? Because you got to stay in business, you got to sell games, and their install base of the PS4 is enormous. So it makes a lot of sense. But it is
Like Miles Morales, also on PS4. I thought that was PS5 exclusive as well, but it's not.
But that's DLC, so that's close too. It just seems.
The only thing that's PS5 exclusive are the DLCs.
Well, Ratchet and Clank is exclusive, I think.
Well, yeah,
I think.
except for Ratchet and Clank. I mean, I don't know. We could be wrong, but no, that looks very techy.
I guess what I mean, and I've heard others articulate this too. It's just the. I guess it isn't the concern that maybe God of War or Gran Turismo 7 may be hampered because they need to be able to run on the PS4 where, we were kind of told that game development can take into account, what the PS5 can do over the PS4 in terms of load time. So it opens up like level design opportunities and potential gameplay mechanics that just aren't there for a PS4. So it's hard to not, whether it's justified or not, to conclude that there were some sacrifices made or it was gimped in
loading
some sort
times,
of way.
frame rate, maybe not 4K, all that fun stuff. But this isn't Ghostbusters on the Wii versus Ghostbusters on the 360. This is like they're pretty on par. The next generation consoles, graphics mean nothing to me.
Sure, then it goes exactly to your point. Like you're over here going, yes, another reason not to get a PS5.
Right.
And that's weird, right? Right?
Mm-hmm.
I
super weird, but I'm happy.
Yeah, self-servingly. It makes sense.
Like I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, it's just a nice little treat, right?
Yeah. Like again, everything that I've wanted so far on the PS5 is on PS4, so I already have them. I'm not gonna get a PS5.
It makes sense, and now I am excited. By the time you and I finally get PS5s,
talking shit about the PS4, what a piece of shit console that was.
I just
feedback.
I meant like by the time we're able to get it, there will have been enough like really like just fantastic first party things that we're not concerned are gimped. And I guess it doesn't matter. Like God of War 1 was A+.
Yeah.
And I put it on the base system. I would play a sequel to that in the exact same environment and not think a thing of it. Yep. So
I fucking love that game.
That game
is
is awesome. I'm very excited to play this God of War game because that was just there's no way this one's going to be as good. There's just no way.
No.
That was a special game.
Everything in that game except play it in hard mode.
Those stupid Valkyries. Fuck those things. The
Valkyries, I did them all, but I didn't play the game in hard mode, which I normally do because why? Because I wanted to go back and play it again on hard mode. If there's a game that I really like, I won't play on hard mode because I know I'll go back to it one day.
Sure.
Because in hard mode, there's New Game Plus, so you have all this shit already, so it should be easier.
God of War was awesome. So, it might not matter at all. And,
I just thought it was funny that like everything that I thought was coming out.
You are catching a lot of breaks for your personal video game consumption.
Yeah, it's great. So. Miles Morales was my pushing point. I go, if I can't play Miles Morales, I need a PS4 or PS5 for that game. I need it. Oh, it's gonna have a PS4? Fuck that noise. I'm good.
Can't disagree with you, man. All right, I guess you want to talk about... Ooh, this is where we'd like to highlight the man of all men, the greatest of the video game guys. I think that's how Dustin describes him, right? Like Geoff Keighley, Dustin's favorite video game person. Hopefully some longtime listeners get the inside joke there. Is kicking off his Summer Game Fest 2021.
Never heard of Summer Game Fest. It was just trending on Twitter.
Must be a brand new thing. I thought he was doing something either along, like, not involved with, because he used to do a lot of the E3 coordination stuff.
Yeah. And
so this is his own thing, and I don't know if it's happening at the exact same time or not. Let's see.
Well, it already happened today.
Oh, the kickoff was today. Okay.
Yeah. So this is all like the highlights of what happened.
Oh, cool. So Tiny Tina.
So they announced a lot of rad shit.
Yeah, why don't you go through it? Because I didn't. No wonder. Well, yeah, now I see why you were complaining about IGN before we started recording.
Because it's that I think that's what's crashing my Discord. Is this?
It's not happening to me, but if this was auto playing, I would be going bananas right now.
Right. I think that's what's happening to me. I had to pause all of them. There's a new game called Elden Ring. I haven't watched all these trailers. I'm just reading what's here. There's only a couple that I was actually really interested in.
I think Privacy Badger is why my shit's not playing.
Oh, I had to whitelist this thing.
It's a good
to be able to look at it. There's a game called Tina's Wonderlands announcements, which people thought that this game.
Tiny.
What?
Tiny.
Oh, is it tiny? What did I say?
Tina.
Oh, it does say Tiny Tina. Thank you for that. A game called Tiny Tina's Wonderland, which people saw the game Wonderland and thought it was a spin-off of Borderlands. And then they came out and said, this is not a spin-off of Borderlands. It stars a character from Borderlands.
Yeah, okay.
In a game called Wonderlands.
I saw a Tiny.
That's a spin-off.
Oh.
If it has a character from a different game in its own game,
spin-off.
It's called a spin-off.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a spin-off of Borderlands, no matter how much they're saying it's not.
Unless they send her to Will Arnett's going to be in it. Unless they say Wanda Sykes and Andy Samberg. Oh, cool. Maybe they'll send her to. It'll be like an Alice in Wonderland. She'll be Alice type of thing. That'd be fun.
I only played the first Borderlands, so I don't remember who Tiny Tina is.
She was a DLC. She was involved in the second one, actually. So I don't even think she was in the first one.
You know what's wild? I was going through my PS Vita the other day, like my list of games. I don't know. I like to go through. I get drunk a lot, and then I saw on my PS Vita that I have Borderlands for the Vita. I guess it came with the Vita when I bought it, and I'm like, ew! Why would I ever? I don't even have the space to download this game. Why would I do that? I'm not a big fan of Borderlands.
Oh,
you did a face. What was your face for?
Metal Slug Tactics and a new take on a classic franchise. Hell yeah!
So I watched the trailer for this.
Is it good?
It looks fucking rad.
Oh, sweet.
And I was thinking to myself, I'm like, why not just make another Metal Slug game? Because there's 20. It's okay to go in a different direction.
Absolutely.
Every once in a while.
Absolutely.
So I saw the trailer, and I'm like, it's the Metal Slug kind of cel-shaded animation. Top view, what's it called? Isometric view?
Isometric, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like a... Yeah, it's tactical.
Diablo, when you're like, not directly top down, but you're over, above, and back a smidge at an angle. It's
like in a corner, sort of. But yeah, it looks great, and I'm okay with that. I played the Metal Slug card game, RPG sort of, on iPhone for a bit.
Okay.
This is the series that when it comes on sale, I'll buy it. I have it on Switch, Wii U, Wii, my phone, Vita. I just buy this game every fucking time I can. And there's like 20 Metal Slugs, so it's good to have them A, exist still, and B, be a different style of game. So
Absolutely.
Yeah. Death Stranding. Now here's the thing. It's coming to PS5. Okay? With DLC. So that's the only difference between the Death Stranding for PS4 and PS5 is that this one has... I tried to watch the teaser. I see him standing in front of a box. Now, I don't know if you remember what Konami or Kojima used to work on that has a guy going into a box.
Even I get that reference.
Right. And that's cute. And I can't watch the video without my Discord exploding. So I haven't watched the teaser yet. But it is showing what's his face in front of a box. Maybe Snake is like a cameo or just an Easter egg. I don't know. I don't like Death Stranding. I saw a thing on Twitter today saying if they change the gameplay, the graphics, the style, and the storyline of Death Stranding for PS5, then I'm all in. This is a game I'll get back to.
They're calling it a director's cut.
Yeah, so it has it's DLC. Apparently, it has everything he envisioned in this version, not the other one.
Kevin, do you have any family members with the name Fatima?
I do. My mom.
Your mother just said hello in our chat. Hi, Kevin's mom. How are you doing?
Mom?
We're gonna have
Is
to.
It me you're looking for?
We're gonna have to watch our language now. This is now a PG. Sorry for the F-bombs.
Oh, this is weird, man. I can't go on with this.
If your mom's watching you, do you want me to help with Jeff Goldblum helping review?
Can you please? Because my mom's watching. Mom, get off.
Off.
You can watch it later. You're embarrassing for me in front of Scott.
Jeff Goldblum. She just said hello, Kevin. Stop being weird. Jeff Goldblum helped reveal the Jurassic World Evolution 2 trailer, which I don't remember Evolution 1. I have a vague memory that maybe it was like a panned terrible... Oh, yeah, like a Sims. Yeah. I'm not going to watch that or be interested in it, but I think it's hilarious and awesome that they got Jeff Goldblum to do a trailer. Like, that's just aware, and I like that franchises are aware.
Well, he's known for Jurassic Park.
Exactly.
Like, yeah.
But that's all I need to know is that he was involved in the trailer. I don't care about anything else in the game. I don't like city builders, so it's not my jam.
Yeah, it's not my. Well, I mean, I like SimCity, and that's about it. That's as far as you can get me into like a city builder game.
The Korean MMO Lost Ark is headed to the west in fall of 2021. Is this for... I thought there was already a Lost Ark on Xbox One, like on Game Pass already. But it didn't seem like it was an MMO, so I wonder what the heck game I'm thinking of.
Could it just be Ark?
Maybe. It's one of the first ones.
I think I know Ark.
Yeah. Sable's release date announced. I don't know Sable. Among Us, to add a hide and seek mode. I thought that's kind of what... I don't even really know what I understand. Yeah.
You know, I have no idea. It looks cute. It looks like my kind of jam, but it's like, you gotta get like 12 people together? Forget it.
Hey, the like, do you remember the Dark Souls 2D? Yeah. It was kind of a indie hit, like not a mega hit, but a hit. And they got a little sequel coming out called Salt and Sacrifice.
Right. So these guys, I forget the guy's name, but they're the ones who made the dishwasher games on Xbox.
Okay.
Which were amazing indie games. These guys were like one of the first to give me review codes back in the day. So they gave me both dishwasher codes, and
so obviously you're bought and paid for it forever.
Absolutely.
Yes.
These are the same guys who made I made a game with zombies in it.
Oh, now I'm in. Now I'm in. That was one of
Right?
my favorite sticks you and Ruru used to do.
Yeah, so this is the guy who made those games, and unfortunately, I didn't like Salt and Sanctuary because it was too complicated with the whole like Dark Souls-y.
Sure, it's also hard.
Like I didn't understand the rules and choosing my guide, but it's a rad game from what I played. I bought it all the time, so I'll probably buy this one and not play it. But yeah, Stranger Things and Smite collaboration.
I was saying, I'm now like looking for like Left 4 Dead style co-op shooter.
The Anti-Crucis, and the new Tales Arise game. Fast and Furious vehicles arriving in Rocket League next week. I had to stop playing Rocket League. I made it to gold, and everyone else got better than me again. So I was like, forget this game. Apparently, like it ranks you up and plays you with players who are good.
Okay.
So
hey, Nier Automata is coming to Fall Guys 2B. Character 2B from that. Okay, so
that's cute.
Hey, it looks like Keighley had a big to do. So I know Dustin's super jazzed.
Well, here's the big one though.
Oh.
Evil Dead the game. That's all I cared about.
Oh, okay. I didn't even see that.
With what's his face, Bruce Campbell, which he's
the guy who played Ash or whatever.
Yeah. Have you ever watched Ash vs. Evil Dead?
I've never seen any. I've never seen any Evil Deads or
really.
Like I've missed all of that. Yeah.
Oh. They're pretty stupid. But
I know. That's probably why I haven't. Like I just haven't. I obviously sometimes I'm in the mood for a stupid movie. It just doesn't pop in my head when I'm in the mood for a stupid movie.
Evil Dead 1 is cute because it's sincere. Evil Dead 2 is kind of like part 1 never happened, and it's more wacky. Army of Darkness is its own fucking thing. Oh, sorry, Mom. Ash vs. Evil Dead
episode title right there. Oops, sorry, Mom.
Write that down.
Want to note that one.
But Ash vs. Evil Dead is one of the best TV shows I've ever seen.
Cool.
Because it's so.
That's the Netflix thing that came out, right?
Funny.
Not long ago.
Stars,
okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And the Evil Dead remake was actually really good too. So it was actually really scary, very scary.
That's surprising, right?
And that's it. Well, yeah, I mean, because it was always silly, but that's it for all the announcements that happened with the Summerfest thingy.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit the news button again just because I got a little bit more news. News.
Oh.
News. Not bad. Go over to the Epic Store.
Right.
Because the game Control is free. Get it. A+ game, right? Well, A+ difficulty settings. I haven't finished it yet. I got distracted. But I really loved it, and by all accounts, it's awesome. But I was talking to my buddy Matt today, and apparently, like, he also got a $10 coupon for the Epic Store when he was there for no reason.
What?
So Borderlands 3 is $10 right now.
Nice.
So go over to the Epic Store, go get Control for free, and then utilize $10 towards another purchase. So NBA 2K21, $6. You know, the NBA playoffs are going on right now. Maybe you're a Suns fan. Maybe you're a Jazz fan. Maybe you're just happy that Brown's at home crying. I don't know. But
who's Brown?
LeBron James.
Well, Space Jam Legacy's coming out. I'm sure he'll be fine. I can't wait to watch that movie.
I know. I just fucking can't stand that. He's like one of my least favorite professional athletes.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't know anything about him. I just know he's in Space Jam.
That's, you know what? If that's all I knew about LeBron James, I'd probably be like totally all right with him too, because Space Jam's silly enough.
It looked good in the new trailer too. My God, it looks so good.
So
good.
E3 will be weird. It's next week.
Yeah.
I guess they're doing virtual stuff and local stuff. I have no idea.
Well, Nintendo hasn't been at E3 in a while, have they?
No, they won't go back because they're doing their own directs and stuff.
Right. And so it has their PlayStation Play or whatever it's called, Days of Play. Or
I did want to mention, it sounds like this week the rumors were that Nintendo's going to be announcing a Switch Pro that should be coming out at the end of the year.
That's been rumored for
this one.
The Switch came out.
I know, but this felt like substantial. I don't have a source, so it's not linked.
What do you think they can do with it? Fix Joy-Con drift?
No. They had a chance. They had a chance to fix Joy-Con drift, and they only just changed the CPU so it was less hackable.
Right.
So, yeah, there's an opportunity. I don't think they will.
But what do you think they could possibly add? Bluetooth support?
Any others?
Player.
You got one more?
A 1080 portable screen?
Okay. I did want to give a few thoughts. You know, I'm a huge Giantbomb fan. And I had talked. Actually, this is a good time for you to jump in because it's off a fresh. No. Now it's a fresh, clean start. So it's almost like
I know. I agree with you. Sorry if I sound sarcastic.
Oh, because you did. Okay, so Alex Navarro, Vinny Caravella, and Brad Shoemaker left Giantbomb. Brad and Vinny were there from the very beginning. Alex been there for quite a long time. So the Bomb cast is now Jeff Gerstmann is the only remaining original member of Giantbomb. But Jeff Bakalar from CNET and Danny O'Dwyer, formerly of GameSpot, and he's the No Clip company owner and documentary maker. They've been absolutely great on the recent Bombcast. Jeff Bakalar is a permanent fixture now on the Bombcast. And anyways, whenever you have a massive change in a podcast, it sucks, right?
Unlike when Dustin left.
Yeah, it sucks. But sometimes it works with the new guys and sometimes it doesn't, right? You're an example of it working. Now, Giantbomb is also an example of it working. The last several episodes of Jeff and Danny with Jan and Jason kind of in the background producing and chiming in here a little bit has been really wonderful. And I'm actually kind of excited to see what the corporate Giantbomb has to offer moving forward. They had some really neat ideas about coverage and guests and not guests but contributors and whatnot. So I don't know, the new direction of Giantbomb I'm cautiously optimistic about. Didn't think I would be.
Good.
On the other side, Brad, Vinny, and Alex, who left, started their own new thing called Next Lander.
Weird.
And shocker, right? So obviously you knew they were all going to leave to go do their own thing. And it's now called Next Lander, all one word. Also good. I would recommend you checking out. Now, out of Giantbomb, Alex Navarro, in full disclosure, was definitely my least favorite person. Didn't have a lot of insight. Seemed more like a character that wanted to be a down in the dumps emo rocker kid. I don't know. There's always something Me Too about him. Not a rapist Me Too, but like a hey Me Too.
That's a show title.
Yeah, right. But you know those types that are like, "Hey, me too," or whatnot.
Yeah.
Or he always talks in these exaggerated. I don't know. He's just not my kind of guy. But with Brad and Vinny, actually, I really have enjoyed the first 2 episodes of their podcast. So it might be one of those things where Giantbomb gets better with addition by subtraction, and the guys that left Giantbomb, maybe now that they don't have as many investor potential restrictions, you know what I mean? Like, it truly is their own thing to sink or swim on. Maybe that'll bring out the best of them. Because I really did enjoy the first 2 episodes of the podcast. So, I don't know. I would recommend re-listening to Giantbomb if you got burnt out or you stopped watching or stopped listening over the last couple of years. And,
How long are their episodes?
Anywhere from an hour and a half to 3 hours.
Okay.
Nextlander's been about an hour and a half.
Okay.
But I'm also pretty excited to see what Nextlander ends up doing as well. They launched a Patreon, and could you imagine? They released a bonus episode, like a pilot, just to get the feed started or whatever, and they had their first episode. Over 10,000 Patreon subscribers. And their tiers are 5, 10, and 25. Day one, immediately.
Crazy.
My yearly salary at conservatively like a month and a half. Like
the Dick Show I listen to, he makes like 28,000 a month on Patreon. He doesn't do videos. It's straight up podcast.
Get the people what they want, right?
Jeez.
That's what Colin Moriarty does. I wanted to say Colin Morikawa. He's a golfer I like a lot, and he almost won last weekend at the Memorial, which is cool. Dude, he has like 12,000 Patreon subscribers, like, just as a podcast. Like, what the fuck?
Does Jim Sterling have one? I feel like Jim Sterling would do very well.
He does. He's got a very popular one, too.
Does he? Okay.
He's almost too, he's definitely one of the, like, high earners as well.
Jim Sterling is that guy who I don't like, but I like. Does that make any sense? He's right, but he's an asshole. He's
a good antagonist. Like, even when I philosophically disagree with him, he represents the other side of where I'm at well. He calls out bullshit quite well. Sometimes he gets a little caught up in his own opinions and loses some objectivity at times, but I mean, I watch almost all his videos. I think
but he's entertaining.
He's absolutely
entertaining. If I ever met him in a bar, I'd be like, "Oh, you're annoying me."
Yeah. Well, it depends. Depends what we start talking about. If you start talking about wrestling, I might be like, "Fuck off, dude. I don't care." No, you like wrestling, so. Zarek's here. What's up, Zarek? We are doing well. Bruce,
Holy, it's like the full house. Zarek, Demez, my mom.
I know. Great. Bruce Campbell, Bruce Lee, Bruce Willis. Which other powerful Bruce Trilogy is on that shirt? Oh yeah, on your shirt, Kevin.
Oh, it's one of those
Bruce
shirts
Dick.
that have, like,
Oh, Bruce, Dick, Barbie, Alfred, Barbara, and Jim. Is that Batman or something? Or what the fuck is that?
Bruce Wayne, Dick Grayson, Barbara Gordon, Alfred Pennyworth. It's a Batman shirt without being a Batman shirt.
I know. Who's the bottom one?
I can't read because I have a.
Oh, I saw
Jim. Gordon.
Oh, Commissioner Jim or whatever. Commissioner.
Yes.
Okay. Man, just because Alfred and Bruce is the only, I never would have got that the other way, and I would not have gotten the last names. I'd have been like, Barbara Bush. Why the fuck is she in here?
Okay,
but that's it. That's all I wanted. That was the last bit of the news. So we're all done with that. I just wanted to. I don't know. I'm such a Giantbomb fan. I've been a premium subscriber for such a long time, and I'm happy that I enjoy what the new direction seems to be, and I'm also very happy that the dudes that left are still doing a thing that I like. So from a selfish perspective, I'm happy.
Only podcast when bars used to be open here. When I go to a bar, people would wear the Giantbomb cast hoodies, and that's the only podcast merchandise I've ever seen in a while was Giantbomb.
I've never even seen Giantbomb. I wear my Giantbomb hoodies all the time.
I must have seen like on total like 15.
Wow. I mean, I believe
Yeah.
it. I mean, think about it. Like, those 3 dudes left and overnight got 10,000 patrons.
Right.
Like, that's crazy. But also it shows, I mean, they got... they're worth following or whatever. I like their opinions.
Yeah.
So.
Like I have a Dick Masterson shirt, which is from the podcast. But that's because I got it for free for burning a book. So I'm okay with that.
There you go. Which... he's so edgelordy, it shocks me how much... It shocks me how much you like him.
He's funny, man.
Because you're on the other side of that, I suppose.
Absolutely.
Under normal circumstances.
It's funny because I tweeted at him once showing like the first book I ever bought on Amazon was Maddox's book, the Alphabet of Manliness. And he's like, I'll give you a free shirt if you burn that book and film it. And I did. And then I started this trend. Well, I didn't start it. His idea. I was the first one to do it. But then people started burning the books, and he started handing out free T-shirts for, for the shipping. So then he like compiled a bunch of videos. I did it when I went camping. I had my daughter saying Maddox lost and stuff like that. It was pretty funny.
Oh, cool.
She's like 2.
That's fun.
Yeah. But yeah, it's the only podcast shirt I have is his from the Dick Show. He actually rebooted The Biggest Problem in the Universe with a guy named Vito on YouTube.
Was it any good?
So far so good.
Okay.
Vito, I don't know if you ever heard about this guy who like vaped the gamer girl bathwater. It was like viral for a bit.
No, I remember the Gamer Girl bathwater where someone vaped it.
Right.
That's pretty fucking funny.
He didn't actually vape it. So he mocked a jar of just plain water.
Okay.
But people thought he actually did, which is why he became... Well, that's how I heard of him. But anyways, him and Dick came together to make The Biggest Problem reboot, which is pretty good. And I said, hey, if this happens, I'll actually pay for your Patreon again. It's hard for me to pay for Patreon. I'm like, it's like
sure.
$5. Because it's $5 there. It's $7 here.
I'm only signed up for one patron right now, and they haven't released an episode in over a year. So I've unsubscribed from all of my Patreons because I'm buying other nonsense for my personal life. So
I have Reality Gaze Patreon, but that's I gave my wife that for...
I've been tempted every now and again. Like, I think I might do theirs every once in a blue moon for a month just to download like a whole... Like a Pig Royalty or something I've been watching.
I watched Pig Royalty. I watched the whole thing. We can talk about that after that.
Okay.
The first episode, I was like, what the hell's going on here with these rules? And like episode 4, I was like, what do you mean? He kept eye contact.
Yeah, right. Zarek says, I see you went for one of the fictional powerful Bruces. Anybody named Bruce is awesome. We should all name our children Bruce. Then they would have to be amazing. Also, that's an old school style of nerd shirt. You can signal the other nerds, you can signal to the other nerds without normals knowing that you need to have your head flushed.
Yeah, it's a kind of like when I see another guy.
You know.
Yeah, when I see another guy with a beard, we nod at each other.
Sure, yeah.
He's like
the Jeep wave. I get that.
Yeah, that was weird. Yeah.
So cool. Well, Kevin, man, what you been playing?
All right, I have a couple of games on my list, but they're pretty fast. I finally finished Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. And remember, I was like, I went into open world, and I was like, I no longer care. The open world is open, but still contained.
It's open world.
It's open. Yeah.
So audio, those were quotes.
You get to a part in the game, because it's pretty linear until you reach this part, but it is open world, but you can there's only like 4 towers to go to.
Okay.
And like you got to feed the puzzles in there, and then you go into the middle. So it's not that bad. I really enjoyed the story, even though I had no idea who half these characters were, because I don't remember Uncharted or anything from Uncharted. My game glitched out towards the end, so the guy who I beat up kept standing when he was talking. She's like, "Oh, you got me good," and he's standing. "Oh, my face," and it was really glitchy, and like the vocals and it was just they're going through the train. It was bizarre, and I didn't want to restart it because I didn't know if I had to do the fight again. So I just watched the ending credits, like it's really bad glitchy cutscenes. So I beat that. It was great. I love Uncharted. I was like, wow, they should make more Uncharted games with women. Then I realized that was Tomb Raider. So I beat that game. It was fun. It is now out of my collection. I've had this game since November because I bought this for myself in November for my birthday.
Feels nice to purge an Uncharted, right? Because they're good, but it's nice to see those credits be done.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, thank God. And it was only like an 8-hour game because it was a side DLC deal originally. So I finished that. I started playing Maneater for the Xbox One. It's on Game Pass.
I
And this
played
is a
like
game
8 seconds of it. And I saw like the intro. Like I took control of the shark for like 5 seconds. I'm like, I'm not in the mood to play this right now.
See, and that's how I felt. I went into Maneater. I'm like, it's a game where you control the shark. I'm in. That's rad. And I was playing it, and I'm like, I'm not really feeling it. I can't read the shit on the screen. Everything's so tiny. Chris Parnell's doing the narration, but I can't hear him because I'm old. I can't see or hear. And I just wasn't feeling it. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to control the shark. I keep getting eaten by alligators. Don't know what I'm doing. Then I turned the game off, and I'm like, nah, I'm done. I was thinking about it. I'm like, I kind of want to play it some more. Yeah, you know what? Let me give it another shot. So I got into it again, played another 3 hours, turned it off, and I'm like, not really feeling it. And then my shark evolved because it's like an RPG.
Yeah.
So now he's no longer a baby; he's a teen. Baby shark, dude. He's a teen now. So now I was able to like, fight alligators.
Sorry for the dozens of you that just now have a baby shark earworm.
I had a kid.
Lo siento, amigos.
So then I became a teen, and I was able to fight the alligators more. And now I went from like looking on the map of where to go to just exploring. And finding shit because I have a sonar now, so I can actually see like question marks saying, "Come here."
Oh, okay.
And then I evolved into an adult shark. So now things that used to give me a hard time, I'm like, no. And I'm like, this game is so much fun. And then I can like customize my shark. He has like crazy ass electrical teeth now.
Okay.
So like bite an animal, like shocks them. And I saw videos online, and I see that you can make like your shark look like a monster with like 30 fins sticking out the sides, and it looks all destroyed, and the face is all scratched up, and it just looks rad. And I haven't got there yet, and it's one of those games. Put in a podcast and just play. There's no.
I need to grind through a little bit then, because like I can't stress this enough, Kevin. Like I had control of that shark for at most 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Before I was like, I'm not gonna play this game. I didn't even try the game. Like I there was like a little fun opening thing or whatever, and then kind of like then you know like it goes. I got control of the shark, and I went down and up before there was like an entry to go through. I didn't like how the down to up felt, and just turned the game off.
Horrible. Controls are terrible. Graphics are not that good, but I like it. It's fun. And that's just like
that's all that matters. Like if you just like can push through a little bit, you know what I mean? Like if I can just get, it's like a book that I'm gonna love. I just got to get through this first chapter for whatever
reason. Once I was past Baby Shark, I was in. I was like, okay, I can. So I just thought of it. This game is Rampage. Rampage is just a game where you destroy stuff. That's what this game is.
All right, now I'm more back in. I guess I thought I was gonna out of the gate just be like chomping legs off.
It starts that way, so it does a Metroid. You're very powerful.
No, it starts off with a cave to swim through, and if you don't like the way down and up feels, Kevin, there's zero hyperbole. I didn't even get a button prompt. Like when I say less than 10 seconds controlling the animal, I don't know if I've played a game less before I was like, I'm out.
No, give it another shot.
And I don't hate the game. I was just like, it was just one of those like I'm so not in the mood. Like it's just like, well, I love beer. Like I love beer, right? You know when you like got a hangover, you don't want a sip of beer. Like I'm not right now. I'm just That's how I was like. I'm not. That was. It didn't feel like Mario Odyssey holding a shell.
Yeah.
So I was not. I was not in the mood to like learn. I was like,
fair.
Go give me Knockout Kings. Yeah. No, I need to be like in a mood to like, you know, grind a little bit and like build up, and I need to be in that kind of weird exploring mood. I don't have a lot.
That game that like I was hooked on it. Like Uncharted, I played it just to play it. I was I gotta go back. When I think about Maneater, I'm like, I want to play that. I want to just swim and like eat whales, and just see what happens in the end. Like I don't even care about the story, and it's repetitive, yeah. And once you become
that actually sells me. When you're like, I just enjoyed it. I don't give a fuck about the story, because that's where I'm at with the game I'm going to talk about. I've been playing. Yeah. I just am enjoying it. Like I just play the game. There's nothing else to it other than I'm enjoying it.
Like last weekend, my wife was she got sick because she got a second vaccine, so she was feeling a little off. So she was sleeping, and I was up by myself drinking, playing Maneater at like 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm just listening to a podcast, buzzed and playing Maneater. I'm just like, oh, that's enough.
This is great.
Yeah, it's great. It was
The
just
family
like, simple.
sleeping. Like,
Yeah. I didn't have to have my headphones on and pay attention to the game. I didn't even care what the map said.
sure.
I'm like, whatever. You die, you just respawn. Who cares? Like, I'm
I
just
do
going
need to get to
around
that.
eating turtles.
I gotta get to the point where like it's just fun to flip it on for a few minutes and go knock off a few question marks.
Right. That's all it is. And it's an anti. I called it an anti-echo. The dolphin. You know, the echo is like saving animals. This
Sure.
one, you're literally going around just eating them. And there's like cute references. You got to find landmarks in the game. Which
The
again, is all in
creator of
water.
Echo the Dolphin follows us on Twitter.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
He follows a lot of people though, to be fair. But he
No.
followed us first. That was fun. Probably because we were
There's
just on a
cool-
follow list. Sorry.
But it's like one of those games where you just kind of like just go to like you know Assassin's Creed, just the map litters with stuff.
Yeah.
That's what this game is. But all the stuff is underwater, so there's like landmarks to discover and like driver plates and stuff. But the landmarks are funny references. One of them says there's always money in there, and guess what it is?
Bananas?
Think Arrested Development.
I just said
There's always money
bananas.
Oh, bananas. Sorry, I didn't hear you. Yes, it's a banana stand on the floor, and I'm like, cute.
Oh, it's a
And another
banana
one-
Okay, yeah, but
And another one is SpongeBob's house. It's just like a pineapple under the
oh,
sea.
cool.
And I'm like, that's cute. That's really cute.
That is fun.
I'm having a great time with it. It's
Good.
not the best looking game. It's not the best sounding. It's crapped out on me about 12 times. Where the game would just straight up freeze, and then like I had to like restart the Xbox, but then it works again. So I'm having a good time.
Cool.
Play it. The other game,
I'll leave it installed. I have it installed, so I will leave it installed.
Give it more time.
I
Do it
will.
one of those nights where you're just like, I don't feel like playing, and I have to pay attention to.
Well, you know, I mean, my brother's one of my dearest friends I've ever had, and he's obsessed with sharks. So I feel like I have this like moral obligation to like. My brother is one of the most, like he is not the elite of the elite, but he has one of the best Jaws collections of Jaws memorabilia in the country.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like he's obsessed with, like his name is Mark the Shark. Like he's been obsessed with. No joke, man. We had all the Shark Weeks taped on VHS off the TV, going back to the
really?
early '90s, way before it was cool. So, you know, I don't even know how to articulate it. I feel like I owe it to my brother to like, because he also loves video games.
Yeah.
To like play this, and I think he's played this on Steam, before it came out. So, anyways, so we can move on. Sorry.
One of my proudest moments of the podcast was when I made your brother laugh. I remember him being on a podcast with Dustin and you.
Yeah.
And I remember the podcast specifically. I think you guys even called the episode "Little Fat Pink Boy" or something. Like
Oh
that. And I'm
yeah,
like, "Yes."
yeah,
And he laughed, and I was like, "Yes,
Yeah.
I got that guy to laugh."
yeah. My brother's awesome. He's a cool fucking dude.
So now that I've finally finished Uncharted 4, I went back to my other game that I bought myself for my birthday. Well, I didn't buy it myself. People gave me birthday money. I'm like, I don't know what to get. Medieval, the remake. Is it Medieval or Medieval?
Thank you. She was totally couldn't wait for you to pronounce that just to ask that exact question.
I never, because it's spelled medieval, but it's medieval.
I feel like the normal person inside of me is medieval. I feel like the actually is a medieval, and I don't
think
know.
it's medieval.
I don't know which one I'm okay with being on the side of, because there's certain things where I'm like, well, actually, and I'm super pumped to be well, actually, guy, right?
Yeah.
And then sometimes I'm like, fuck off, who cares? I have no idea where this is. I'm like right on the fence about this one.
Do the trailers even say the game? 20 years ago, there was a game, this game that was made again on PlayStation. Like, I'm just saying the name
Yeah,
of the
right. You remember the first one, and here's the sequel. To what? To what? Say it.
Nerf, Daniel. No,
Yeah.
That's the name of the character.
Yeah, I would love to hear it pronounced by like an authority for it.
Right.
You know,
And I'm sure I've heard it before. I went to like never like thought about it.
I've heard it both. I've heard it too much. Like, I feel like phonetically it should be medieval. Like, it should
that's
have
the
a
way it's
little
spelled.
hiccup in it, right?
Yeah.
So
because it's like saying medi and evil together, medieval.
yeah,
As opposed to, it's a play on words, medieval.
and it's like one of those things where like before you know it, like the way English works, that sound just coagulates together in a way.
yeah.
So yeah,
It's just
and
fun.
you have also been playing some Blacks on Switch.
Oh wait, hold on. But going back to
Sorry.
medieval. So this game, I have a soft spot in my heart because this game was the first game I played on PlayStation Demo Volume 8.
Okay.
Medieval was on there along with Metal Gear Solid and a whole bunch of games. And I played the hell out of this demo. Then I rented it from Blockbuster. I don't remember if I ever beat it or what happened to it. It just kind of like in my mind, I don't remember what happened.
Kevin, you rented it. You definitely didn't beat it.
That's true. And then I I have the version. Oh no, I do actually own it on PSP. The Resurrection one, which is the remake of the first game.
Okay.
And I don't think I've ever beaten that either. So now I'm buying the remake of a remake of a remake on the PS4. And
Guess
so
what?
far I'm enjoying it. I haven't beaten it yet.
But
I probably won't finish it. I'll get to the same place that I always get in the game and stop and just never go back. It's a good game. It looks great. It's like the Spyro Crash Bandicoot remakes. It's the same. The problem is it's the same game with the same gameplay, just better looking. Because the gameplay kind of sucks.
yeah.
If you die and get game over, guess what? Back to the start, motherfucker. And you could kill like an hour, and everything, the little thing hurts you, and the lives, like it's better to see what's going on. I don't know. It's just like it's too old. Spyro was fun because Spyro, it's like it's Spyro. Crash Bandicoot as well as challenging.
And Stuart Copeland, drummer of the Police, did the soundtrack. Can't go wrong
What?
with Stuart Copeland. Spyro.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's why
That's
the
a good
music is so
soundtrack.
sick, huh?
That's a good soundtrack.
Yeah.
That's a very good
Because
soundtrack.
one of the best rock and roll drummers of all time is a composer on it.
Anyways, that's how far I got into Medieval, and his last one, I got Minecraft on the Switch.
For
because
you
my
or
daughter-
for Hannah or both?
For Hannah. For Hannah. Well, yeah, because I don't ever want to play Minecraft again. I did my stuff on Minecraft on the 360. But she was watching a Minecraft show on Netflix where you can like choose your own path and all that.
Oh, cool.
And I was like, that's a game, right? And she's like,
You
No, it's a show,
don't
stupid.
you don't use that tone with your daughter, do you?
I'm like, of course I do. I'm like, how do you not know?
You say you know that's a game, don't you?
Yeah, I'm like, well, actually, Minecraft was a game, not a show, stupid. Get it together.
Fucking, you are cutting her into like the harshest fucking hipster. She's gonna be like 8 years old and be like, "You don't fucking know about."
She does that now.
I
She
wonder.
knew the Game Boy had no
I
color.
wonder where she got it from.
Anyways, so she's like, I didn't know it was a show. I'm like, yes. I mean, I didn't know it was a game. I'm like, yeah, it's a game. So I showed her. It was on Game
Stupid.
Pass. So we played Game Pass Minecraft for a bit, and she liked it. And I was like, well, I don't have Game Pass anymore, so let's just buy it on the Switch. It was like $40. And I'm like, eh. But I'd rather her play that than any of the.
Dude, that's
stupid
well
tablet
worth
games
it.
that she
Dude,
plays.
that's $40 is totally fine for that game, especially
Right, and
like,
they just updated with something new. I'm like, that's cool, but she plays in like creative mode, so there's no monsters or anything.
Sure.
Where I like playing like in, difficulty. I need to eat and dig holes and shit. So I'm playing in her mode. We're building castles together, making aquariums. It's just like fun hour to kill with her. So I'm like, all right on. And yeah, it's good to be back in Minecraft, and that's what I've been playing.
hell yeah, nice. What's Taike no Setsune drum and fun?
Oh, I forgot about that. It's a drumming Japanese game. It was finally on sale. I had this on my wish list for forever. It's a game I played on the DS where it's like one of those games that everything is Japanese. The songs are all Japanese, but you tap the DS with the stylus.
Oh,
to the
okay.
beat of the drum.
Yeah. Rhythm Heaven was
And
like
now-
that.
Yeah, it's basically that, but it's like literally just percussion. And the game finally went from $70 to $8 on the Switch, and I'm like, thank God. So I bought it. The whole game is in Japanese. The
Steep
words are
discount.
obviously in English.
Okay.
But yeah, you can play with the motion controls as a drum, or you can use the touchscreen, or you can press the buttons. So there's like lots of ways to play it, and it's fun.
Hell yeah.
I don't know why I bought it, but I'm happy I did because it's. Don't know any songs. They're like, here's a bunch of songs from the game. Oh, I know Pac-Man and Kirby.
Taiko, I'm
Rest-
gonna try it again. Taiko no Tatsujin drummer
They scream it.
and fun.
Taiko to Tatsan! I'm like, oh, my ears. But yeah, that's
So
all the
fun.
games I've been
Very cool. Okay. I've only played one game over the last several weeks. It is Knockout City. And all I want to talk about with Knockout City is that I'm hooked and I yearn to play it the way that I did Rocket League.
Yeah.
But
Oh.
there's no chat. Kevin, I'm not apologizing to anybody. I'm not called a smurf. I'm not called a noob. I just play the game. And it sounds a little weird at first that you can't well, maybe I can. I can't figure out a way, and no one's communicated to me. There's no like high-fiving there's no talking, well, maybe a little trash, I guess. There's no chat, there's no emojis, there's no any of that. There's a little bit of dancing, but it doesn't seem like the way that, like a teabagging kind of a dancing, like an obnoxious thing. It feels like easy to miss, and I don't know, I get matches relatively quickly. They take 10 minutes to play. Sometimes I'm in the mood for 2 matches or whatever. There's just something about it, man. I just want to play it as much as I played Rocket League, and I'm not
give it another shot.
And I'm not getting as frustrated as I was with Rocket League. As far as like,
not yet.
Well, no. Okay, one of the things that turned me off, the thing that got me to stop playing Rocket League, was when you had somebody that sucked and they would talk trash.
How about you? My teammate sucks. I'm like, I got 3 goals. What are you talking about?
All that kind of, like, I just couldn't get. There's none of that there. And I thought that might take away, because when you do get in Rocket League, when you get with a really good team and, like, everyone's just positive and, like, it is amazing. Like, it is so fun. It is the magic. But the other side of that coin sucks donkey dicks. And the thing that I guess if you were to try to describe to me, I would be skeptical if you would take away that amazing group that, it's so we're dealing with all those turds for the few times that you get like that dream group where everyone's vibing, you're passing, it's like you've been playing together for years. Like that is just when the magic happens. It's awesome.
I've had people on Rocket League message me 1v1 right now. I'm like, why? I beat you. Why would I want to do that?
So exactly, right? So you have that kind of stuff. But I thought that maybe by lopping off that stuff I didn't like by removing chat, that I would also not get the highs that I would get. You know what I mean? Like it would like condense it too much or compress it down. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not getting that, actually. And there are times where I'm still like almost like Pavlovianly trained. When I fuck up in Knockout Kings, I immediately want to say sorry. Like double down tap on the directional pad. Because I want to tell my teammates, I know I screwed up, I'm so sorry. But I don't have the urge to ever yell at any of my teammates. Where sometimes I kind of would in Rocket League, like, fuck you too. I don't have any of that. Like, how'd you not catch that? Or how did you not... Like, I just don't have... It doesn't, like, incite that road rage in any way.
Yeah, Rocket League, someone writes, bro. I write, bro, what? Eat me. Like, I get so frustrated right away. Eat me, bite me.
Yeah, and, like, there's something about Knockout Kings where I'm not getting that on the negative side. But there are still moments where, like, I'm... Like, where you're in the zone or you're hot or whatever, and you're just, like... feeling like you're Neo in the Matrix, and I'm like really loving it.
The funny thing is, you're talking about Knockout. What's it called? Knockout City.
Knockout City. I keep calling it Kings. That's the Dreamcast boxing game.
It is. You're talking about the game where I have no chat and how you're happy with it. What the fuck is the game about? Is it dodgeball?
Oh, it's just dodgeball. It's 3-on-3.
Oh,
it's 3-on-3 dodgeball. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Yes. Big fucking important detail there. Knockout City is 3-on-3 dodgeball. Much like Rocket League is 3-on-3 remote car soccer.
Yeah.
Is
it in a city or is it like in a field, like tennis court? I'm thinking like.
Oh, picture it more like you're in early Halo arenas. Like so, they're like small and condensed. Okay. and
Okay.
then you respawn after you get hit, and teams play to 10.
Oh, okay. Can you catch the ball like in real dodgeball?
Oh, yes. Left
Oh,
trigger
that's cool.
catches, right trigger throws. And the best is if you hold the trigger, you throw like a zipper, and if you just like tap it, it throws a little lob. So if you grew up playing baseball, and especially if you were a pitcher, nothing feels better than throwing a long distance changeup because they're expecting it to come faster, so you can watch the animation of them try to catch it and whiff because they went too early, and then the slow, annoying-ass ball still hits them. It is the best. They've got a variety of different... they have normal dodgeballs that populate. So you're in a 3-on-3 arena, and think of it like one of the cramped Halo type of arenas.
Okay.
And
Open world, but not really, kind of.
No. Very close. No. Like Halo 1, like you're all in that hallway one. Like it's a little area.
Okay.
And there are dodgeballs that are in certain areas of the map that populate. But there's also a randomly generated special kind of a ball that'll show up. Some matches it's a multi-ball. Some matches it's a football, like an American football, but it turns into a sniper rifle. You got to hold it down, and this like laser sight like goes in. And
Oh, that's cool.
it makes it super
So
hard.
There's different types of
Yes,
balls?
different types of special balls. But then there are normal. There's always normal balls around. You can pick up your teammate and throw your teammate as a ball.
Oh, that's
which
cool.
is high
That
risk
counts as a
reward. It does if it gets hit, but let's say that I throw you at an opponent and they catch you and they're near a boundary, they can just throw you out of bounds. So if they catch you, they can screw your teammate and kill you, or you get hit and whatnot.
Oh, that's funny.
One special ball is like a moon ball. So while you're holding it, you jump super high, but if you hit someone with it, they like fly super high and potentially can go out of bounds. There's also a lot of agility when you're running around. If you double jump, with A, then jump again, a hang glider comes out. If you press jump and you hit the Y button up top, you do like a somersault. And if you hit jump and do, I think it's B, you do like a what do they call those? In ice skating, when you do like a triplet or whatever.
Sure, yeah, I know.
When you spin around 3 times, like as a ballerina, fast or whatever. They've got like one of those as well. Perrier? I don't know. Who cares? It's one of those games where it's like it's super like right immediately you get like all the basic rules of the game.
Oh, that's cool.
But it turns into a chess match. Did you ever play Dive Kick at all? That fighting game with only 2 buttons, where you can only dive or you can kick.
No.
So every interaction you have with somebody is like tense to me, because the ball comes at you at a different rate depending on how they threw it at you, and you have to try to predict that and catch it and whip it back. And do you like catch it, hesitate, then throw it back? Do you catch, quick release? Trying to like put them off their game, because if I do a hesitate or catch, hesitate, then throw, maybe they expected a quick release from me, so they've already tried to catch it and whiffed, and then I hit them in the face. Or they predict it right and they catch it and they throw it back and hit me in the face. It's fun and there's no shit talking. So I'm in, and I needed a Rocket.
I like what I've seen so far.
I needed a Rocket League replacement, so hopefully you'll try it. You're giving it another try. I needed that.
I just heard like the announcer talking while I was waiting in the lobby. I'm like, come on.
Okay. Yeah. Just, I'll play more Maneater. You just be patient and try it again.
Sounds good.
It's just, it's great. I missed a Rocket League type of thing. So I have that back.
I like it because it's not another shooter. Like Rocket League is special because it's like soccer with cars. I'm like, that's awesome. And it's not another shooter. It's not another Call of Duty, another Fortnite, another build your thingy. It's just like dodgeball. I'm like, that's rad. That sounds amazing.
Also, we all play dodgeball.
Right.
So this is that. So the game and guess what? They didn't really mess with that too much. You're playing dodgeball. Yeah. So that's it's awesome. Cool. Then the last thing I wanted to talk about, I've been Xbox hunting. Well, and PS5 hunting, I guess. But I'm just looking for, like the what was I talking about? Oh,
Xbox hunting.
yeah. So, and I'm going to give the guy a shout out. Most people, I'm sure anybody listening knows who this person is, because we don't have that many listeners. But there is a...
Don't tell them that.
Well,
They don't know.
only a few people will hear it anyways. So, no, that was good, I thought. Matt Swider. Follow him on Twitter if you're interested in a new console, because he's the one that's like championing posting when restocks are happening. So if you ever hear of anybody like follow an Xbox account to let you know when Target has Xboxes or whatever, or PS5s or graphics cards right now, and the NVIDIA graphics cards are ridiculous to try to buy. The 3070, 3080, and 3080 Ti. And is there a 3070 Ti? I don't know. They're all goddamn impossible to buy right now. Please, baby. Hold on. I bought this computer. I built this computer in 2013.
You're talking to a dog just now. I'm like, you got a dog? That's amazing. Just the way you reacted to it.
Yeah, come on. Hold on, sweetie.
Sweetie.
I love this
You
computer.
clearly haven't had a dog in a while.
No. No, if the brewery can ever turn into my full-time job, like that's just my only income, I'm gonna treat myself to a dog. I want a dog so bad, but I'm so busy. I'd be a shitty owner. So I obviously
You got a cat.
fuck that. I don't like cats.
You might lose it. I miss my cat.
Well, I'm sorry. Moving on from cat
Anyways, this
talk.
thing-
Yeah.
Xbox
Xbox hunting.
hunting.
Speaking of hunting, because
Nice.
your cat's out there doing that.
Right.
Because he's totally not dead. The Xbox. So, the thrill of the hunt, right?
Right.
It's hard to get an Xbox. It's hard to get a PS5. Now, the Xbox One S, much easier to buy. I managed to. I have one. So it's not. It's the least sought after. Out of
Right.
there's 4 console SKUs available right now that anyone cares about. There's the Xbox Series X, the Xbox Series S, which I have. Then there's the 2 PlayStations. One's got a disc, one doesn't have the disc. By far, the least popular, but low key, maybe the sweetest, is the Xbox One Series or the Xbox Series S. But I want you. You were the one that convinced me. I want the best Xbox, right?
Yeah.
You're like, if you're gonna get it, you might as well get it. So I've gotten close, man. 2 different occasions. So what happens at Best Buy is it'll let you put it in your cart. Then it makes you wait in line to try to sniff out like bots and stuff.
Yeah.
And you got to watch your second add to a cart. So what they do is they're like, okay, we have, let's say, I don't even know what the numbers are. Let's say we got 100 to sell. I don't know, just for easy math. So it goes live, and what they do is they take a look at the first 100 people that instantly, obviously, clicked on add to cart.
Right.
And then you got to sit there and you got to wait until it says, please wait, please wait, please wait. And then finally let you put it in the cart. So it's like a 2-step thing. Yeah. So I'm thinking that's to curtail bots. And also it makes sure that, I think that it's their way of, let's say they had 100, but let's say they got 110 orders in. It's their way to make sure that like they don't oversell their stock as well as scalpers. So 2 different times I managed to get my Xbox into the cart. Then when I went to fully add it, inventory sold out. Ooh, that second ad, I was like, fuck. So I must have been like one of the overage, I was 111, not, within that first 100. So then I got it to pop up again into my cart. But this time it said it added to my cart. I'm like, oh my God. The second time it's in my cart this time.
It's in. Yeah, you got it.
Process payment.
What happened? Declined?
No. Items sold out, no longer available.
What? But it's in your cart. That means someone just like walked by and took it from your cart.
That's how it felt.
Yeah.
Today, Kevin, at 2:30 p.m., I got an Xbox.
Did you really?
That Matt Swider guy, it worked. It went all the way through. Well, okay, no, I said that. I got a confirmation that my order was placed at Best Buy, so who knows? But it went all the way through. It's pending on my credit card. So I think I have a Series X that will be delivered to my hometown in 2 weeks, and then I can go pick it up at Best Buy.
Nice. Congratulations.
So
that's awesome.
I'm excited.
And you can play Spider-Man on it finally, and Oddworld,
and God of War, and
Death Stranding.
You know what though? The Series S might be the best looking console.
Yeah, the speaker looking guy. No, PS5 looks really cool.
That's fine.
It looks like a vagina.
Which is great, but if that was the vagina that I was chasing, it would be a hot dog in a hallway situation. Like she would leave me in a second. So that's a big opening, man. That'd be.
Well, I mean, put some weights down.
A lot of effort, a lot of working on that. But I outside of the inappropriate jokes,
Mom, I hope you're still not there.
Oh yeah. No, it doesn't look nearly as cool. The Series X.
Oh yeah, it looks like my modem. Like I said, it looks like my white modem that I have. I mean, it does.
It does. So I think what I need to do, even though it's going to hurt me to do this, I think the right thing to do is to keep my Xbox One S, the old, slow, crappy thing, and keep that as my Blu-ray player, right?
And sell it to me at a very low price. I agree.
And sell that Xbox One S. It's probably what I need to do.
At a low price, yeah.
Congratulations. Oh, Zarek says congrats on getting the Xbox, and then he said congratulations. You know what that's a reference to?
Blisters.
Yeah. Bingo, bango, bango.
It's even in the game.
Yeah. Well, I guess the first time I ever... Wait a minute. You said it's even in the game.
In the new Ghostbusters game.
Oh, they reference the NES game in the new one. Okay,
if you go to one of the computer monitors, it says congratulations. It has the
oh, that's sick.
Screen.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah. I feel like I did know that. I'm almost
sure
positive I've talked about that on the podcast before.
Yeah.
He said, I skipped back to live. I'll rewatch what I missed later. I'm setting up my thing right now. Nice. So, yeah, congratulations. Thank you, Zarek. I don't know. It was just, it was fun to kind of hunt for it. I told you I got really close to getting one in the Xbox preview program.
Right. Yep.
You know, like, it just, like, I almost got one, and then the S was available, so I got that instead. So, it's just not, man, it just looks so goddamn good. Yeah, maybe if you send me, we'll do like a trade and some cash. You send me a little cash and a PS2, and I'll send you a Xbox One. Or no, I will not send you a goddamn thing. We will do this in person when you come and visit.
Right. There you go.
Save on the shipping. So
there we go.
But honestly, man, okay, the only reason that I think I can let go of the aesthetics is in my bedroom. No one cares about this, but you'll appreciate it. I think I have one console up on my it's my Xbox One S because it's visible on top of my dresser, and then kind of down on the floor is where I've got my Wii U, my PS4. Like, the shit that I want out of the way. And I think I got to put the Xbox One or Series X out of the way. I don't want it displayed, but I want the power.
Series X.
It
That's
just
a tough
doesn't
one.
look. It won't look as good. So I
Put it
think
behind like a picture frame.
no. I'll just put it down with the other stuff out of the way.
Oh, okay.
I'm just disappointed because honestly, like the 1S looks sick. It just
Yeah, it does.
it looks good. It looks like a high end piece of equipment.
Yeah. The other one looks like just a modem.
The other one looks just like a modem or a waste bin, but it's got all the power.
It does. That's why I want you to get that instead of the S.
That's why I'm getting it because you
Are
talk.
there any exclusives on the Series X? That's
Oh no,
Oh,
no,
okay. Okay, I thought so.
not
There's
not
nothing
even
on these
close.
consoles.
No.
Yeah.
But I do play my Xbox a lot. And there are some games that are enhanced for Xbox. But, I mean, you totally, like, won that debate. You know, I was on the other side, like, Kevin, just get the cheap one. I just want the X and just be done with it until the next generation. And I'm like, you know, there's that, like, lust after what you can't have kind of a thing, too, right now.
Right.
So, the same thing, I have no interest in... If a PS4 comes up on that Twitter or PS5 comes up on that Twitter feed, I'm buying it. There's no games I want to get except for Ratchet and Clank. I don't want to pay $600 to play Ratchet and Clank,
Yeah.
but that's what I would have to do.
And it's not backwards compatible with your digital games from PS1, PS2, PS3. So it's like you're not replacing the other consoles. I just checked my PS3 out the other day. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
You mean like into your closet?
Yeah.
Okay.
I took a picture of it in a trash can as a joke, but yeah, I removed it. I'm like, I have this just in case I want to play Knights. I'm never gonna want to play Knights. Get out of here.
You never know. You never know when like you might just be able to make someone's day by like hooking them up with your old electronics. That's why I rarely throw unless it's just absolute turd.
Right. I mean, I only throw out consoles when they're actually broken.
When they're busted. Yeah. So.
Sorry, the plant behind you in your door there now looks like Batman looking down from my angle.
Really? My snake plant?
Yeah, so you see how like there's like big leaf going across? That's like his chest, and then there's like the little leaves at the top that do this, like across. Those are his ears, and it looks like he's looking down. I'll take a screenshot of this and like
you've
draw
got
around
to let me give you
It's very distracting. It looks like Batman standing in the background there.
I'm really proud. I started doing house plants at the beginning of COVID, and they are thriving.
For you. I can't do houseplants. I can't take care of anything, even a cat. So
well, you have another human being that's doing well, so I will give you a pass on the other side. I haven't had the stones to create another human being, so I have to like live. I have to get my biology out through
socks. Those work too.
I'm not in high school.
What's crazy?
What?
My wife asked me what I wanted for Father's Day. Normally, I would say a game. Just give me this game. I don't want any games. I mean, yeah, I'll get
Doing some MeUndies now.
No, I asked for a hammock, but I'm saying like I didn't want a game. I have too many games as it is. My backlog is too big for me to want something now. What you said the other day, if games are like they stop making games now, would you be okay? Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Absolutely I would. I have enough game like I just modded my Wii U to play Wii games again. I have like 20 Wii games on there that I can go into right now.
Oh, like you can like pirate Wii games on it now.
Right, yes.
Okay. I'm like, you could always hate to break this to you. You could always play Wii games.
No, I mean, yeah,
I know what you mean.
Put it on a USB stick, yeah. So I have like I just add like an additional 20 to 30 games in my backlog for me to go to one day. I am good between my NES, Sega Mini, SNES Mini, my Switch backlog, PS4 backlog, Xbox One now that I have, and the Game Pass. I'm good. I don't need any more games.
So am I, and I will still buy games, and I'm still gonna buy consoles.
Resident Evil 8 goes on sale tomorrow. I will buy that in a heartbeat. I will look for retro games like I always do.
It would not
buy them.
But it would not devastate me if they stopped making games tomorrow. As long as I could keep access to what I have.
But this is the first time I said, I actually don't want a game.
That's awesome.
Else. I want a hammock to play my games in.
I was going to say, what a wonderful choice.
Right?
I I was about your age when I got into hammocks. Actually, right about it. Just like I talked about chopsticks earlier.
Yeah.
Why are hammocks not
And the one I want
the
is one of
absolute
those portable
staple
ones.
of everything? Oh, like one of those, like, yeah,
You just unfold it. And it
yeah.
opens
Those like
and,
camping
yeah.
ones.
Yeah, you can bring it to the beach. You can bring it to the park. You can just put it in your front lawn and be there naked without, whatever, man. It's my property. Don't look at me.
I have one of those like old school, like white yarn looking with the, just because it looks awesome. It is super
Right.
comfortable.
The only thing I'm scared of is raccoons at night.
Oh, I take mine down unless it's well, I'd leave mine up now. I don't like it getting rained on.
Yeah.
I don't have raccoons. I have got a shitload. I'm lucky. I probably have raccoons. But I've got a lot of squirrels and rabbits. So I've got like lots of cute, fun little pets in my backyard.
I just got raccoons, family raccoons, just nonstop
'Cause
raccoons.
you're in the city.
I put my flashlight on outside and just see like glowing eyes looking. Ah!
That's crazy.
It's like a family of them. Yeah, I'll take a photo. Actually, I might even have that photo still. I'll send it to you.
Do it.
It's terrifying.
Do it.
I'll circle all the raccoon eyes for you.
I probably won't need it. Yeah, it'll probably be evident. Right?
It's kind of hard because it's at night, right? So I'm just like taking a flash. So
Oh,
see, like,
well, you could be
leaves and
lying to
shit.
me then. Wait,
That is
wait.
true.
Like, it was still a cell phone, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just never heard someone talk about Flash being overwhelming with their cell phone. You know, like put the flash. I'm like, wait a minute. Did you have like a
No, 'cause the
disposable
flash
camera
reflects
for
off their eyes, right?
Sure.
But
That's
yes.
it. Oh yeah,
Sorry, what were we
shoot,
talking
man, we got distracted. All right, we got to rip through feedback from last episode. I got to get going. It's 10:00.
about? It is 10 o'clock. And my beer's done.
I know. I just opened another. We do have a little bit of feedback from Damez and from Zarek, so we'll get to that stuff here, and then we'll call it a show.
Sounds good.
So, all right, here we go. Damez, I'm so West Coast, I consider Kevin to be East Coast.
East Coast.
I'm so West Coast, you have to go all the way to the West Coast that you have to go further west to the ocean. The island is where... Oh, he lives on an island out there. That's fucking rad.
He's in BC, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. British Columbia is this way.
He said, I got... Excuse me. The vid. I got news for you on Sonic Forward Episode 2 is better than Sonic the Hedgehog, the first one.
Okay, let's relax.
I love what a dickhead he is about this kind of stuff. Like Duke Nukem is objectively bad. It cracks me up.
Hedgehog for episode 2 starts off in a water stage. A water stage. That's the worst part of any Sonic game.
Most games, but specifically Sonic games.
Yeah.
I challenge you all to turn off the nest down to the goggles and judge Sonic 4 Episode 2 from a modern sensibility, and you see it's a superior game of the really cool parts. That you have Tails fly somewhere if you like the helicopter.
Okay, do you remember the ending of Sonic 2 against Eggman as Supersonic? That sucks.
No, but I do remember, and them as if you're so inclined, I probably wouldn't be. I reviewed Sonic 4 Episode 2 and really liked it a lot early in the podcast. It was raved about how much better it was than Episode 1. So I have a memory of really liking it a lot more, thinking that they've like corrected their ways, and then obviously nothing else has happened since then. But I'm not as skeptical as some of the comments he leaves us with this one. Nostalgia will never let me have it, disappear. But maybe Sonic 4 Episode 2 is, I don't know, not as much of a turd. Just 1 is so bad.
1 and 2 are pretty equally bad, I'd say.
I remember, really talking about how they fixed stuff on 2.
No, it was a rehash. My problem with that game specifically is that they called it Sonic 4, but it was rehash levels of 1, 2, and 3. That's not what 4 is.
Correct. You're right.
It's supposed to be a brand new game.
But it wasn't.
It's not Generations where references. That's the point of Generations, is referencing 1, 2, and 3 and the other ones. It's its sequel, but it's referencing the other ones. Therefore, it's not a sequel. Sonic Mania.
But if you let go of those, let's say you don't care about those details, just playing the game.
Okay. Right.
He's saying,
it's awful.
I don't know.
He's slow as hell.
He says, but don't get me wrong, I'm not a generic Sonic fan or White Knighter for Episode 1. In fact, Sonic the Hedgehog game... Episode 1 is in fact the worst Sonic the Hedgehog game ever made. See, like he's bringing... I feel like there was a memory of me really thinking they had made a significant improvement. Maybe not. I don't like economics of videos. Must have dudes, and it only like ladies in economics.
That's why you do this to the screen. You just cover the one side and you see. Wait, what part am I? Hold on. I can't figure out what part I'm looking at.
Zarek says, happy 11 years. Wow. So, Zarek, you're here. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
He said, I thought you were singing Zombie by the Cranberries when I was like, Zombie. When I was trying to... Do you remember that last episode?
Not at all.
I tried to sing Zombies, and he picked up on it, so that was nice.
Oh, so you did? Okay.
Yeah. You didn't, at the time of the recording, it didn't land for you either. Like it just didn't now. But
a good listener.
Somebody was picking up on us, but now that made me feel good. Stranded Deep does have combat. I was killed by a giant crab that took offense to me eating its babies. There are sharks as well. I hated that game. I played for about 3 or 4 hours and quit. Is he talking about Death Stranding?
No. That game that I played last time where you're like on an island.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. I played for about...
This game. Sorry, keep reading. Sorry.
I played for about 3 or 4 hours and quit. I've never touched it since. Insanely ugly, horrible UI, and super boring.
Yes.
It's clearly my early impression, though. I would say that because it's early, it has a lot of potential. But after being on early access for 7 years, is it really still early access?
So I looked up reviews of the game because I'm like, is it me? Like, I know one's talking about this. And the reviews I'm looking at are from like 4 years ago. And I'm like, the game's that old? It's a terrible game. It's a good concept, just executed poorly, I find.
And this one's also for you, Kevin.
Yeah.
Because Eric says, I also don't like Logan. Right, that was you that said they didn't like it?
Yeah, fuck Logan. That movie sucked.
He said that...
I didn't suck, but...
I was going to say, no need to get all fucking, like, message board on us out of nowhere. All right, he goes, there were just too many lame things, like the professor's death. What a wonderful ending to such an iconic character. Feeble, out of his mind, and thinking one of his best friends randomly decided to murder him.
Right. I like that ending. I like that.
The reason I actually like that was just because I've known some people with dementia. Like, so it really biologically kind of made sense to me, or I could make sense of it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the tragedy of him not even understanding. I don't know. I kind of liked it, and him being feeble. Like everyone's. He was old to begin with. Yeah, and like he is going to break down at some point. So I kind of liked that personally.
And you don't want to have a superhero ending. Like this is just what happens. He's still human.
Yeah, and you know, Logan's getting older time. But so fair enough, right? Okay. I'm not trying to rebuttal. I'm saying it didn't bother me. He was feeble, out of his mind, or randomly decided. That didn't bother me. He says, okay, the movie tried too hard to be edgy and missed the mark on too many important things because of it.
Yes.
He also says...
The one scene where the girl's like, oh, I'm like, well, you know what I mean? He's like, oh. I'm like, what's the point of that? Just because you can?
That's fair. That's fair. He says, I recognize that I'm in the minority here, and this is coming from an old school Wolverine fan, for whatever that means. So
Orange, Australian Wolverine?
And probably the littler Wolverine. He was more
Remember
like
the cartoon? He was Australian?
Yeah.
Oh, it might. But he's Canadian, though.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. They got an Aussie to play him anyway, so they kept true with that. So, you're not alone, man. So
I actually like Logan because of the father-daughter aspect, and this was before I had a daughter.
Oh, me too. That's what I loved about it, even though I don't have kids.
It was annoying that she talk in the end. And I was like, why don't you just say anything in the beginning? But I wanted to make that costume of both of them as a Halloween costume for me and Hannah one day.
Oh, first, you guys definitely should do that someday. That'd be
Right?
awesome.
Isn't that awesome?
Hell yes. She would
fat
pull it
like
off
him.
too. She's like a rail right now. She would actually look like the little girl in the movie.
Right.
You not so much, but she would look fucking bang on.
All they gotta do is like put on a leather jacket and just like suck it in for like
5 hours, yeah. Get like a corset or something.
Yeah.
So, all right, well, that's gonna do it for the show. Hey, we 2-hour episode we hit.
Nice.
So yeah. All right, social media. Our username is ClassicL337. You can get us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, Amazon. If you want to go to our store. But not thinking. But not with him thinking his friend is one that murdered him. Zarek says, it's Professor X. I don't care how contrived it would have been. He should have died doing something that meant something. I would have been fine with him dying inaudibly as well.
Like sacrificey. Like, do this last thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna die a heroic death.
I know, but like...
I get it. He's been like in 20 movies too. But at the same time, that's...
There's something about, like, I mean, I guess I understood it as dementia, and like... When, like, my grandma didn't know who my dad was, it kind of, like, I don't know, makes sense that, I don't know, it makes sense that, like, he's not right. He has it wrong. I don't know. So.
And his whole thing is about his mind being the most powerful thing. And
Yeah.
it ends with his mind being...
And it's going to deteriorate because,
weapon.
No matter what, right now, science, like, if they fix diabetes and they fix cancer, they fix all this stuff, dementia will get you. At some point. It's just your brain will stop. So.
See, I saw it as his mind was the most powerful thing, but now his mind is what's killing him.
Oh.
It's like,
and you didn't like that.
Who didn't like that? Me?
I thought you didn't like that. You didn't like
Oh,
the movie,
no,
right?
I liked it.
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
I thought the movie was like try hard, but I also haven't watched the movie since it first came out, so
Watch it if you want to see.
I'm going by memory.
If you want to really, it's funny. Like, I unironically suggested that you complain that it's being try hard, right? And
Yeah.
I was like, but watch the noir version where they like
Black and white.
all black and white. It is neat, but it's a
It's
gimmick.
cool. I'm cool with that. They do it Dawn of the Dead as well.
Dementia
I'm
isn't
fine with
100% of the time. There are lucid times, and his superpower is his mind, not his body, to your point. So he was the perfect old man to have the final noble sacrifice during a period of lucidity. Yes, I agree. Like, that would have been good. However, I would have cried less when she turned the cross sideways on the grave. Like,
Oh, yeah, she
that
actually, like, made it
fucking,
nice.
that was it. And I feel like if Zarek's would have happened, that would have been less impactful for me. And the movie was called Logan. But I agree with him that probably would have been like a moment, like his last moment of having his mind together. His last chance to do what he needed to do, whatever that would be to end the story, would have been a good way to go, or end his life that way, to
I
sacrifice.
should watch that again.
It is.
I don't remember much. I'm going by whatever you're saying now is like flashing in my
I
head.
really
Oh,
see.
yeah.
I guess maybe the silliness didn't bother me as much. Like, I got like hook, line, and sinker, all the beats that wanted to get the heartstrings going. I was totally a sucker for.
It was the best Wolverine movie. Absolutely. Like out of that series of Wolverine movies.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, it's still like maybe my favorite comic book movie. I don't know.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, or maybe best, maybe not favorite, because I don't want to rewatch it a lot. Like, it's.
I don't know. Deadpool's pretty up there for me. I love Deadpool movies.
Yeah, but Deadpool's silly. Like, I'm not sad. Like, Logan's sad. I'm a wimp with sad movies, so.
I gotta watch it again, I think.
Oh, yeah, I think
how I
so.
felt with Joker. I was just like, no, I don't want to watch it.
Oh, I liked the Joker a lot. I thought it was fun. That was a good movie. Oh, no, it wasn't fun. I really enjoyed it. So, all right, well, I'm done podcasting. So, I doubt we'll do next Monday, but maybe a week from Monday.
Yeah.
So.
No, we're just kind of that kind of group. We just kind of do what we do. No filter, 100%. We say it as it is.
Yeah, totally zany. Blah, blah, blah. You never know what you're going to get. So
TikTok, yo, TikTok.
Yeah, you're a dick. All right, that's it. Thank you, everybody, very much for listening to episode 300. Oh, yeah, thank you very much to Ben Landis and Sarah, or Cubby for letting us use music. Shout out to Sarah. Oh, he's got one last comment. They could have done a callback to the original film. He could have made the fake Logan think that he was a little girl temporarily or something. Maybe that's too jokey. Yeah, that movie was really taking itself seriously.
Or he could have just done this at the end.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So, or they have like one little guitar riff, and then, like, that's it.
I'd cry.
Yeah, right.
I'd cry.
So, all right. But anyway, everybody, thank you very much for listening. Make sure to check out Zarek's gaming channel. He's one of the best streamers on YouTube. Xearrik, and I really do mean that. He is one of the best streamers on YouTube.
He's a cat.
He's actually a fucking cat, which is bananas. So, but thank you very much for listening to episode 342. And we'll see everybody soon here for episode 230. Fuck. We'll see you soon for episode 343. Bye-bye.